Greetings, programs, and welcome back to ArcNeo Reviews, where today I'm going to go back quite a ways into Transformers and take a look at probably one of the cooler figures to come out back in the Unicron trilogy. So, before, the movies turned him into the unspeakable abomination, this was, I believe, Energon Mudflap. So, this is what Mudflap looked like before he was an Autobot, arguably a racist caricature. Terrible thing in the movie. And I guess I don't have him quite locked together here, but either way, yeah, this guy is really cool, and one of the more different, alt modes, which I really appreciate. So as you can see, he's covered in wheels, and they all roll really, really smoothly. He's a little gappy if you look from the top or the bottom, but, nothing too major, nothing off-putting, I'll put it that way. As you can see, the back of the crane here goes up way past the normal range of my camera here. It is also able to twist around here. And as you can hear, it's got those really tight, really nice ratchets that they used back in this time. This part is also telescoping. And when you pull it out all the way, you'll notice a little bit of an extra click there. When it clicks, here, I'll turn around so you can see. It's actually this little gray part popping down and getting out of the way so you can use the Cyberplanet key port. And this leads to probably the most ridiculous weapon I have ever seen on a Transformer. So, we'll just go ahead, take the planet key. He came with the blue one. I don't know if this is really his. I can't remember who has what number on the inside, but oh well. But you just take that, pop it in the side here, and this giant Energon buzzsaw sword blade thing pops out, making this guy absolutely insane, and giving him what I think is the longest weapon on any Transformer. Definitely the longest one on anything I own. And when we get to some of the other molds of Starscream I have, that's saying something, because Starscream figures like to come with stupidly long weapons. But so, as you can see, it's got, just a bit of molded detail. Give it a bit of a sharp edge there. One thing to know is this is that, really flexible PVC that they used to like using back in this time. And because of that, you do have to be careful of this hook. As you can see, on mine, it's already a little bent out of shape. And that's because when you have him in crane mode here, you want to actually keep this pulled out and sat down between these two little tabs here on the cab, if you're going to have this all the way down. If you're going to push it in all the way, you want to keep it up. Otherwise, this sits against all that, and that's why it got bent out like that. So, as for his other Cyberplanet gimmick, because he actually has two, this one probably, way too obvious here, but put it on the side here. and the missile launcher flips forward. It's not supposed to fire the missile, but it will do that actually quite a bit. I'm going to assume that's just age of the figure. Give me a second here. So you can see the missile here. It's just, you know, pretty basic looking clear green missile. Pop it back in there. So it's supposed to fire when you hit this button on the side, but yeah, it likes to go on its own sometimes. So, and one thing to know, you can use these gimmicks in either mode. I do not use the gun in robot mode because the spring, again, I don't know if it's age or just how it was, but this spring is really loose compared to the one in this. So the gun just kind of droops down the whole time. But either way, let's actually start transforming this guy. So first thing you're going to want to do is pull up on the cab here, and then the base of the tower. These are actually on double hinges, but for now we're just going to kind of want to pull them up and get them out of the way. Fold these sides up. And then we're going to rip him in half. Which can take a little bit of doing. Go ahead and tab them together in the middle there. Pull this, extend the leg out, spin it around, turn the foot the right direction, flip out the heel, enjoy the ratchets again. Same thing on the other side. Then, for the arms, you're going to want to take this double hinge and move it up the rest of the way. So, you know, if down here is where they are for the vehicle mode, you're going to want to just bring them up the other way. They'll peg in. Get his arms kind of situated here. Oh, and I forgot. Go ahead and fold these panels out. They do tab into the forearms. I'm an idiot and forgot that part. But go ahead, do that. Take the backpack and turn it this way. Pull open the chest. Fold out the head. Kind of leave it forward like that as you tab the chest back in. Then fold it back. And there you go. You have Decepticon Mudflap in his robot mode. And this figure is just awesome. You know, I love that just kind of chunky solidness the Energon and Cybertron figures had. I guess Armada too for a lot of them. Really, really tight and strong ratchets on this guy. Just all over the place. And, you know, they've held up because even just in the time that I've had this guy, I have transformed him so many times. And nothing is getting loose in the slightest. So, while he's in this mode, you can use the crazy sword gimmick. Go ahead and spin this around. Bring his arm up. Extend this out. And then plug in the key. And right there, I think that is a testament to how strong these ratchets are. He can't stand up doing this just because of how front heavy he is. But he has no trouble holding this at full extension. which is absolutely ridiculous and wonderful, and I love it. I love it so much. Let's get this all out of the way. And just really quick, so you can kind of get a sense of how big he is. As usual, Overlord. So he's a fairly squat and stout guy, but he's really awesome. So just take a moment, appreciate that face, that really awesome light piping he's got going on. You always gotta love light piping. As for his actual range of motion here, his shoulders do spin, full 360. They can go out all the way. He does have a swivel up there at the bicep. 90 degrees at the elbow, though you do only have, 2 points to lock it in. The one downside with ratchets is you don't have a full range, you just have positions. Legs can go forward all the way, back all the way if you get the backpack out of the way. The backpack is unfortunately very in the way all the time here. He's got a swivel right there above the knee. Ratcheting knee goes 90 degrees. You can spin the ankle, though there is no tilt. And the heel doesn't really stay out all that well, but when he's standing on it, it doesn't matter. Works just fine. And one of the rarer things I've seen in a figure, he actually has a ratcheted waist swivel. It does only go, basically one click each side, but it's there and it's pretty cool to say he's got. So, overall, yeah, if you collect the Cybertron, Energon, whatever line it was, figures, this guy is definitely worth picking up. I believe there was also a movie, first movie repaint of him, where he was just a yellow crane. That one's also awesome. Get some version of him. Again, just remember, be careful with this hook so it doesn't, go all wonky like that. But either way, incredible figure. Definitely something worth picking up if you collect older figures. So, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.